Hey there, true believers. Rain Kisaragi here, with something completely different. Welcome back to the past, back to the world, back to the days of the PS1, and when RPGs were actually RPGs. Oh, I missed this game. Welcome to Let's Play Legend of Mana. I love this game on the PS1. I own it. I bought the digital copy as well on the PS3, so I can always have a copy of it easily accessible. This game was. This is actually just going to be me rambling a little bit about my relation with this game. I rented this game when I was younger, and I never got very far because the game is confusing. If you don't know what you're doing, the game will punish you for not playing how it wants you to play. Because it doesn't tell you what you have to do for like anything. We're just meeting all the characters that we're going to meet later on in the game right now. These little screen flashes. Areas irrelevant. But it's all going to be important later. But I got this game and I had no idea what I had to do, and I was very bad at it. But I have, but after a while, I eventually got the game again. I actually owned it this time, and I said, okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna finish this game. And it was one of the most rewarding things I've ever done in my gaming career, because I was so foiled by this game. Let me just turn this volume down a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better, because I had no idea what I was doing when I was little, and then to go back to it later and succeed just felt so good. Like, I have come so far as a gamer that I am able to actually do a thing now. So I wanted to LP this. I actually wanted to play it on my own, but knowing that I wanted to LP it, I didn't want to start playing it on my own. As a warning, this will not be a 100% run, because I am incapable of doing that. It is a very hard game to 100%. You need to do everything exactly 100% right, all the time, forever. It's very hard. I will get a lot of the game done, and I will show you the vast majority of the game, but I will not claim to 100% it at all. So without further ado, let's dive into New Game, because this is an LP. We start a new game. We get to pick our character, the male character or the female character. The male character looks like a woman too, but we're gonna be him anyway. We get to pick our weapon style. This isn't set in stone in the game, meaning you can change to whatever weapon you want whenever you go to a store or find a new item. You can change your weapon to whatever you want all the time. It's just your special skills, which I'll get into when we get in the game actually. Those will change, because you will start with the first skill for the weapon that you choose. Because how I like to play the game, I like to go with the knife or the one-handed sword. Those are my two preferred items, because two-handed sword and two-handed axe are just too slow. The hammer's the same reason. The spear is kind of awkward. The staff is like better for like when you cast magic and stuff. Obviously, the gloves could be fun. I haven't actually toyed around with them yet. Flail I've never used. The bow is a little awkward, and the axe is basically the sword except it's an axe. So we're gonna go with knife, because I love the knives in this game. And our name is You in all caps, but our name is not You. It is Rain. So we will enter the name with which we will have people calling us for the remainder of the game. We will be Rain. Now this is the Legend of Mana world map. Calling this the world map is very misleading, because we will not be exploring this entire world. We will explore the small square with which we are highlighting. Now, where it goes black like that, we can't pick that area, and that's because there is not enough squares to fit everything that you need to place. Let me turn the volume up just a slight bit now. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, that's fine. But these areas that are like this are areas we are allowed to take, because there are only a certain number of water-based tiles to place. I'll explain that in the next screen. We're gonna go here. Yes, we're gonna go here. So our game will take place here. This is our basic world map interface. We can place the mailbox wherever we'd like, as long as it is a tile that is highlighted. Because we can't place it in the water. This is what they were talking about. I do it this way should be fine, because then I'll have to bridge across that gap. But this place should be fine. We're gonna put the mailbox right here. Yes, here. And the mailbox, when placed on the world map, becomes a house. Our house, actually. Home, as it's called. We dive directly into home. And now the game begins! Yeah! With its jazzy PS1 music. Those are called sproutlings. We'll meet them in a few moments, actually. Well, I hope you liked that, because that was our plot. that was our plot. Well, that and this dialogue that's going to happen. That was our plot. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope that made everything that we're going to be doing very clear to you. Alright, so there was an apocalypse that happened. And now the secret of mana is inside instruments and items and such. I'm gonna let this sit for a moment so people can read it. And this is a tree talking, by the way. Well, it's a goddess who lives in the tree. It'll make sense later, I'm sure. Or it won't. I don't know. But there you go. That's our plot. Hopefully you have fun with that, and you understand why I was ever so confused as to what the actual hell. But this is our house. We are this man. We can run around. This is a cactus. It talks to us. Well, we've nothing to talk about just yet, because we haven't done anything just yet. But we are Rain. This is our attribute screen. We have our various little stats here, which actually mean very little, aside from like the HP and the power and the defense and stuff. That's really the only thing that really actually matters. We also have a special ability, which is our HP recovery. Mean that we regenerate faster than the average character, which is awesome because we're the main character. We need to be alive at all times, otherwise I'm just not going to do anything. Our equipment, we have a knife made of bronze, a Menno's bronze, that's the type of material, and then it's a knife, so it's the Menno's knife. But we also have this, which is a light armor kind of thing made of bronze, because, you know, light armor is made of bronze. Our skills, we have jump and defend as our two abilities. I can change that to whatever else I'd like out of this list. This list will become a lot longer the more that I play. And we're using our special ability, and since we have the very first ability of the dagger, the knife, which is Rising Eagle, we will equip that to R1. So I'll explain how to do those special techniques, or magic. But we only have techniques, we don't have any magic. Not yet. Magic is tricky, we'll get that a lot later. But we have Rising Eagle equipped. I'll use that quickly at some point. Our items, we have no items. No instruments, no armor, no anything. No artifacts, no nothing. No dire interest, we haven't done anything yet, and we are going to re-establish how this is going to play. We're going to have triangle be power attack, and those two are fine. That's just how I prefer to play the game, because that way I can just mash the X button, mix in triangles, and such. These are treasure chests. They contain items, like money, which in this universe is called a lucre. We amass lucre by killing monsters, as per tradition of... This is our library. I forget if I have any books yet. Oh, I can't access the books. We can access our books. These are the encyclopedias for everything that we know, like characters. We have Little Cactus as a character. Yeah! We've met Little Cactus. And that's it. The lands that we're familiar with. We're familiar with home, which is where we live. Yay! And that's it. We're familiar with artifacts, like the mailbox, which makes home. And that's it. You see a pattern here? We don't know anything about anything just yet. Monsters, we know no monsters at all. And techniques, we only know the techniques that we currently have, which are those ones. And see this big long list here? All of these are the regular techniques that aren't even weapon skills. So we have a long way to go, guys. We have a long way to go. I will grind the techniques off screen because it is incredibly boring to have to see that. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what I can do to get the ones that I want first. Let's just keep with jump and defend. That should be fine. That'll get me double jump and... What do I get from defend? Counterattack, maybe. We'll see. I'll get stuff. This is outside of our house. Haha! We have an orchard down here, which is totally empty. We'll do stuff there later. Up here we have the workshops, which are all inside this cave. And the cave is totally empty. Alright, cool. We have no workshops. You see a pattern here, don't you? And we have our monster corral, because you can get pets in this game. But I have no pets, because we haven't gotten that quest yet. Doesn't give me an option menu when I go into the barn. There's nothing. Let me turn this down just a slight bit. go. So all we can do right now, and this puzzled me for longer than it should have when I was, like, what, 9 when this game came out? You talk to the Sproutling, he says, I'm a Sproutling. Just by my imagination. Did I know that? Actually, I did know that. I got the artifact color blocks. And that's the town of Domina. Sure, let's go with that. And we'll go to the world map, where I will explain the world map and how its various interfaces mean things.